This guy.
Tom Wilson, nabanggit natin kanina, he runs the engine as you mentioned. He dictates what happens. Almost had a triple-double sa kanilang laban the other day. First possession goes to Gilas Pilipinas. CJ Perez, who had a great start against New Zealand. Got that jump ball.
He was huge. I think he scored the Philippines' first 10 points against New Zealand.
However, they throw it away on that first play. Medyo malakas ang pasa patungo kay AJ Edu, unable to control that one. A turnover to start this ball game. Not the way Coach Tim would have wanted it, but gotta get back on defense.
And we're starting with a relatively small lineup with the two guards in Scotty and CJ Perez, and then two forwards in the game. Two small forwards practically in Ramos and Brownlee.
Sam Froling misses that first shot. Justin Brownlee looking to bounce back sapagkat that was his poorest performance, I believe, as a member of Gilas Pilipinas against New Zealand the other night. A miss inside. And on the other side, a quick pass up ahead all the way to Tanner Krebs, who gets the first 2 points of the game. And you mentioned earlier, Tanner Krebs. What a performance. 28 big points against Guam the other night. 8 3-pointers ang kanyang pinasok.
Yes.
But he gets a layup to start the scoring here.
Krebs and Elijah Pepper, those are the two guys who will take a lot of 3-point shots. Brownlee.
Miss from outside. Boomers secure the leather. Crossing that timeline, Wilson goes over. 3-pointer taken, and that's a miss. Rebound taken by Brownlee. That was Pepper on the miss. The pass ahead to Scotty.
Oh!
Nagbintis ang kanyang layup. Lots of challenge from the Boomers sa play na yon. Under pressure si Scotty.
But I like that because when we play like this with Scotty and CJ together, we have to push the ball and try to take advantage of transition opportunities.
Another outside shot, top of the key. Bounces out one more time. Nick Kay, the veteran, unable to get that offensive rebound. Here comes Gilas Pilipinas going the other way. Perez the fake, the drive.
He's stepping on the line.
Doon sa pagbuelo niya.
Yep.
We see that, often.
Yeah, leg. So yun ang nangyayari. So not an ideal start for Gilas.
But the Boomers have been missing as well. They get their second field goal on that short stab. 4-0 is the score. Ito na naman si Justin Brownlee. Brownlee will attack the hoop, gets a bump. He misses, trying to rebound inside with Scotty Thompson, able to pull it away. Second chance opportunity. Dwight Ramos clobbered in the air, no whistle.
Oh, foul.
And Scotty steals it right back. No whistle on that play. The crowd was very surprised as CJ will drive. The layup will not drop, and finally, Australia secures that leather. 3 attempts para sa Pilipinas.
These are golden chances being missed here. A couple of layups already missed by Gilas.
Sometimes you wonder, you're playing at home, Coach Mark, you're hoping that the hoops are friendly. Pero it seems so far in this game, ayaw. Bumagsak yung mga tira. Walang awa para sa Gilas. And there's an offensive board. And a putback from Elijah Pepper. 6-zip ang ating score. Philippines needs to get on the board.
And you wonder, when you're playing at home, minsan may pressure din talaga. May heightened pressure to perform. Maybe that's what's happening with Gilas here in the early goings.
They throw that one away and anticipate. Pass goes forward. Krebs sidesteps, flips it up. Nagmintis, and AJ Edu secures the leather.
We gotta play faster and try to convert on transition.
Brownlee going one-on-one. Kicks it over to CJ. He'll release from 3. That's good!
Finally, the first points of the game here for Gilas, courtesy of CJ Perez once again, who did the same thing against New Zealand.
Step back, couldn't take the shot. Good defense from Brownlee. They swing it to the other side. Here's Wilson. He'll let it fly from outside. That's way off target, and AJ Edu secures it one more time. Pagkataon ng Gilas makalapit rito with 5:38 remaining in the first quarter. CJ kicks it to Dwight. Dwight looking for Edu. Ramos will step back for the 3. That's bit too strong. Nakuha na ng Ni Wilson yan, yung rebound, he's coming the other way.
That's a good look there for Dwight. Wide open three.
And a quick release from 3. That's way off as well. Pero naka-offensive rebound naman. Froling, passes it over to the little fella. Ito si Elijah Pepper who misses inside. And the referees are letting them play in the early goings, Coach Mark.
Halos walang tawagan nga dito. Good ball movement.
Scotty will try. Bitin sa kanyang 3-point shot. Back and forth ang ating laro. They go back down. Rolling, trying to back down. AJ kicks it out. Bukas na bukas. At napasok na. Finally, that's a 3 from Tom Wilson.
In that time, I don't think it was necessary for Scotty to help and leave a shooter wide open. I thought AJ Edu had Froling contained already.
It's with Brownlee. Takes it from outside and puts that one in. A long 2, says the referee.
And that's going to be very important here for the confidence of Justin Brownlee, who has struggled the last game and the first 5 minutes of this quarter.
Wilson to the corner. Quick release. That's a miss. Brownlee can't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Australia.
A lot cleaner, which happened in that last play.
The other player who came in for Australia is Jacob Holt. He's a 6'10 forward. Very young at 22 years old. But he's got a lot of size. Quinton Meriora Brown is in the game para sa Gilas Pilipinas. Wilson passes it over. That's Mitch Creek. He flips it up. No go, and the rebound taken by Dwight Ramos. Calvin Oftana, nandyan na rin. The pass goes back to Quinton. He gets knocked down as he takes that shot at mukhang mabibigyan ng dalawang free throws si QMB.
That's a very important pass from Brownlee because against New Zealand, constantly may double team lagi si Brownlee. So he needs to hit that open roll. And QMB was able to catch that pretty well, and then nasa basket na siya agad. So very important for QMB to score of those roll opportunities when they double team Brownlee.
Roster that blends both veterans and younger players, they remain a very strong team and one that Gilas cannot afford to take lightly. And that respect comes from experience. Coach Richard recalled their last meeting in the FIBA Asia Cup where Australia came out firing and shot the lights out early, which is why Gilas is placing strong emphasis on establishing their defense and disrupting the Boomers' rhythm right from the start. At the same time, Coach Richard believes that in the spiking fields,
ni Bea, Coach Mark, 1974 pa nung huling tinalo ng Pilipinas ang Australia. Bogs Adornado pa ang top scorer sa game na yon. So that's a long time ago. And
that was before the PBA.
That's right.
1974.
Crowd reacting one more time. There was an announcement made. Couldn't really make out what was said, but I think Philippines has been warned. And here they go. Wilson, he really does most of the ball handling para sa Australia. The pass inside. Good position. That's going to be a foul. Oh, it traveled. Dwight Ramos receives it. He'll try to take it across the timeline. And he's able to do that. They go to Brownlee right now. Mitch Creek is on him. There's a switch. CJ Perez. He has 1-3 to his credit. It goes to Quinton. And he's fouled one more time in the paint. And Meliora Brown just being active, making himself available, and then gets another foul.
That's very important because Brownlee on the ball screens, they're gonna show.
Prior to that, though, played in NCAA Division I for Rice University. Si Juan GDL, becoming quickly a fan favorite.
That's correct.
Isaac White tried to go to Creek. Nagawa ni Justin Brownlee gets into the passing lane. Brownlee hooks it up, no go. But Quinton Meliora Brown is there. And the Philippines has seized the lead.
And that's one more thing QMB brings to you. He's a guy who will run the floor hard as a big. And he's going to get a ton of offensive rebounds doing that.
Here's White. Outside shot taken. That's another miss from Australia, but they keep it alive. White will try his own, and he puts that one in.
And that's going to be a problem. offensive rebounding of Australia. When you get offensive rebounds, naturally, maraming magiging open shooters. So Gilas needs to watch out for that.
At napansin nga natin, pinag-aaralan natin yung lineup ng Australia. You know, even if this is not the team A, we keep saying again and again, as QMB hits another basket. Almost every single one of them played in NCAA Division
Yes.
I schools and in good programs. We're talking about
That's right.
programs like Stanford, Louisville, SMU, Virginia, etc. No, so may Duke player pa nga dyan. And there is one player on that lineup who is actually part of the Denver Nuggets championship team from a couple of years ago.
This is a very talented team that Australia has.
The flip doesn't go under the gun yun kasi maubos na yung 24 seconds and miss. Score is tied at 12. The Philippines with a chance to move ahead one more time as Brownlee makes his move. Goes off the glass, too strong. And, you know, those were the same shots that he was missing against New Zealand the other night, Coach Mark.
And he's going to make that sooner or later, right? But there's going to be a foul.
Carl Tamayo pinasok na ni Coach Tim Cohn as the Bulls rain down on the free throw shooter, but he knocks that. Knocks them both down. Steady mula sa linya.
Some ball pressure being applied here by Australia. This is the value of Dwight. He's really, he can really be a big point guard for you.
Parang nagiging regular na. He's the one who crosses the timeline with the ball para sa Gilas. Oftana trying to make his move, lost his footing, and threw that one away. It's Pilipinas, and we're really just waiting for the Calvin Oftana game. No? Now, we're waiting for him to hit the outside shots regularly the way he does during his PBA
with
stints.
TNT. Huh?
Carl Tamayo now brings it back. Juan Gomez de Leano calls the play. Halos last shot time na ito, there's a 5-second differential between the clocks. About actually 4 seconds. The drive swatted away. And Australia running. They kick it to the three-point area. The step back, but under pressure. Good defense. Recently retired and now working already in the booth, working already online, and you know, he's already found what he wants to do next.
He's going to be a big media personality, not just in basketball, Gabe Norwood.
Just has to flash that dimple. No?
Yep.
Diba? Para kay Gabe Norwood. There's an action na. The second quarter, Mitch Creek with the ball. Pepper. And he puts that one in. We know this guy is a deadly shooter. He showed it the other night against Guam.
That's one guy we cannot leave open. You need Pepper to put the ball on the floor. He cannot take catch and shoot threes.
Up to 4 ang lamang ng Australia. They go to Carl Tamayo. He wants to operate. Bring him to the paint. The lefty layup is off target, and here comes Australia trying to push that ball, and he gets into the lane. The layup is a miss. Bakbakan sa rebound. Nakuha pa rin ng Boomers. Quick passing upstairs on the three-point line. Another 3. That's 2 to start this second period.
And that's also the second three-pointer from Australia off an offensive rebound.
Juan Gomez de Leano goes to Justin Brownlee. He's a marked man. Given na yun. Number 1 on the scouting list for sure. Juan takes an outside shot. And it rolls off. 20-13 is the score. Biglang lumayo. That's a three-point shooting. This one is a miss. Gomez de Leano gets the rebound. Kicks it over to Calvin Oftana, who stops and pops from 3. And he puts that one in.
I love that. We have very little transition opportunities in the first quarter. We need to play faster. And then if we have opportunities to take transition threes, that will be good for us.
In the paint. And then the baseline drive. Somebody unable to shut that door.
Nakatulog si Calvin on the back door.
Elijah Pepper gets the layup. So, you know, these guys are inside and out. They know how to play the game. Hindi one-dimensional ang opensa eh.
Especially yung movement without the ball. Magaling dyan ang Australia.
Brownlee takes the jumper. That's good for JB.
That's a nice adjustment. Put Justin Brownlee in the post.
Back into the paint are the Boomers. The layup is a miss. Good defense from QMB. Preventing that basket from Tanner Krebs. And a foul. Filipinas trailing by 4. Looking to come closer as Oftana loses the ball. It's 2-on-1. And a foul from Calvin Oftana preventing the layup. This guy, Mitch Creek, nabanggit nga natin, he is an NBA veteran, played for the Brooklyn Nets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Alam mo, may kwento dyan kay Mitch Creek, Coach Mark. Yung unang laro niya sa Brooklyn Nets, pinasok siya to take free throws for Rondae Hollis Jefferson, who got
really?
injured. Kaya he couldn't take the free throws. Si Mitch Creek ang pinasok.
Ang pumalit sa
So,
kanya.
yung unang laro niya sa NBA. Pinasok siya for that. So RHJ, of course, beloved na rin dito sa Pilipinas yan si RHJ dahil sa kanyang mga stints with TNT. Playing, of course, for Jordan naman dito sa Asia, sa mga laro, in the games for Jordan.
And we hope he recovers quickly from his injury.
Tama. On the left, he gets that second free throw to go. 24-18 is the score. Junmar Fajardo has checked into the game. Dwight Ramos checking back in. Oftana will take a rest for a bit. And here we go again. No? Ano, Oftana's still on the floor rather. Dwight Ramos na naman ang nagdala ng bola. Here's Justin Brownlee. He's got a couple of buckets already sa laro natin. Dwight brings it closer. Fakes everybody off. Goes to JB. And he puts that one in. Another three.
First quarter and second quarter slow. Pero nakabalik tayo agad to cut this lead down to 3 points.
Wilson doing the ball handling once again. Gomez Deliano right on top of him. Froling will set that screen. Then the pass. Eventually ends up with Froling. He's against Junmar. He'll make his move. Going to the right side. And Junmar's going to get called for a push. Instead, Froling is at the line. Itong si Sam Froling, he's just about 7 feet, 26 years old. Played for the Creighton Blue Jays in the USNCAA. And yung kanyang koponan sa NBL, yung Illawarra Hawks.
With the NBL, right.
Sa NBL, which is a very competitive league. You know, kung hindi tayo familiar dyan. In fact, naglaro dyan si
Kai
Kai Soto for a bit.
yeah.
Puts that second free throw in. 25-21 is the score. Still 6:35 remaining in the first half. Pass goes to Junmar. Passes it underneath. Blocked away though. And that doon umiiral yung height, yung size and quickness from Mitch Creek. Nahuli niya si Juan Gomez Deliano. And then a quick three from upstairs. Asking for a foul as well. Elijah Pepper, another three-pointer.
Sumiil na tong si Elijah Pepper. That was well defended though by Juan Gomez Deliano. But this guy is really a good shooter.
That's right. In fact, under pressure nga, tinira pa rin niya and he got it. I think that's his third three-pointer. Juan almost lost it all the way to the other side. Justin Brownlee makes his move. Lost the ball another time. And Australia looking to make the Philippines pay for all these turnovers. Missed on the first attempt, pero andun yung
Game.
So Gilas looking to put up some points on the board, trying to make the score a bit closer bago matapos ang ating first half. Dwight splits the defense, goes up strong, and finishes at the rim. A quick basket coming off a timeout, and you've got to love that.
That's important. Great call from Coach Tim Krohn off the timeout. Get a high percentage basket. Dwight Ramos attacking.
Trying to get into the paint one more time. They kick it out to Froling, who will go across that lane, take another basket. That's short. Nice resistance mula kay JMF.
That time he was defended very well by Junmar.
Brownlee inside to Junmar,
Nice.
who goes up and loses it. Did they call a foul? This game against New Zealand. Played only 7 minutes. Gets that first one. Of course, you know, a most beloved figure in Philippine basketball is Junmar Fajardo.
Absolutely. I don't know anybody who does not like Junmar Fajardo.
naman.
Diba?
There's gotta be something wrong with you. You don't like Junmar Fajardo. Nasa iyo yun. He makes them both, and he cuts the lead down to just 5. So nice reply from the Philippines after getting down 9. But they need to play some defense. As Australia looks to attack. Wilson dropping it over. The shot doesn't drop. KQ hands it off to Dwight. Junmar asking for it. Junmar turns and faces. Gets into the paint. Kicks it out to KQ. He gets knocked around, loses the ball. No whistle there. And
Hey!
then the problem with Krebs was he was thinking whether to dunk it or not. And
Swerte
then
pa. This could be big.
Junmar fighting for it, but Australia immediately gets the possession right back. Gilas needs to capitalize on the mistakes of Australia as well. They left him wide open. They're lucky that 3 rolled off the rim. Gilas Pilipinas is as Kiambao secures that ball. Perez almost lost it. Nag-sneaky. Because si Pepper is behind him. Junmar will try again. Outside to CJ. The quick swing to Dwight. 5 to shoot. Natapikan na naman. Wilson up ahead. An easy basket ito para kay Tanner Krebs.
And most of the time when we turn the ball over, it's because we're going one-on-one. A lot of isolation and then we force the penetration. Doon tayo nagkakamali.
And it's passes. They have to be pinpoint. Oh, these guys are really pesky. Those hands are quick. Outside shot from Kiambao doesn't go. Brownlee, the fake pass. And then a short jumper.
Marunong siya mag-break ng momentum. Every time that Gilas is trying to make a run, he calls that timeout.
Nice fake. Pero hindi napasok yung three-pointer ni Pepper. But they keep the ball one more time. Another offensive rebound para sa kanila Coach Mark. And here's the attack from Wilson. Goes off the glass.
Yun ang masakit when they convert on those second chance opportunities.
Really need to clear those defensive boards. Can't give them opportunities. AJ Edu all the way to the hoop and gets knocked down. He's looking for a foul. But then again, transition na naman. Andyan na yung Australia. They miss. And now it's the Philippines that looked like it may advantage. But JB lost it. Dwight will take it. And he'll put it in! Broken play yun, pero naging maganda pa rin ang resulta.
At ang kagandahan nun, after Edu missed, he ran back on defense.
Well, that's what he does.
And then he challenged that shot. That's why we got that stop.
Crowd chanting defense. Wilson releases from 3 and that rolls out. Dwight Ramos crossing the timeline. He'll try again. That's wide right. Would have brought the half down, but instead, nasa Australian ulit ang possession.
Well, that was a great look coming from Dwight. Again, when we're pushing in transition, we're getting good looks.
Baseline drive again. Oh, and then AJ Edu intimidating that drive mula rito kay Elijah Pepper. He thought twice.
Grabe talagang defensive instincts ni AJ Edu. Of course, given yung athleticism niya and everything, but his IQ defensively is so good.
Oh, that's a 3. Kevin Kiambao knocking it in.
And we're shooting the 3 much better in this game.
Froling had to come out. Shot clock down to 9. That's a miss. AJ Edu tipping it. Trying to get it, pero some hustle from Australia to keep another possession. Literally got on his knees para makuha yung bola na yon. The drive! Strong one from Jack White.
And that's 2 more second chance points. If we can clean those up, second chance and transition points, lamang sa sana tayo.
The lead is 3. Jack White, who made that basket, was a member of the Denver Nuggets championship team in the NBA. KQ another. Too strong this time. Nice box out from Pepper to get that rebound. Only 30 seconds to go dito sa ating first half. Gilas trailing by just 3. And if you recall, yung talo ng Gilas was by 3 to New Zealand the other night. Crossing. And then another outside shot is off target. And
2 fouls now in Brownlee, so he has to sit down this final defensive possession.
pass inside. They kick it back out. 10 seconds to work with for Australia. Pepper spins around, gets to the hoop, and what a bucket. Pepper, number 40. He has been hurting Gilas Pilipinas with his outside shots. Dwight quickly to QMB. And QMB had to take it. And whatever played here, that buzzer rush. Pilipinas Live in One Sports Plus. Scotty Thompson will start the second half at the point guard position for Gilas. And on the handoff to Justin Brownlee, it's tipped away. Oh, and it's deemed an over and back.
I think the officials will say that tumama sa paan ni Justin Brownlee, so he was the last touch there, and then he picked it up.
Oh, despite his contention na tinapik yung bola, no? It still hit him before that. So a turnover to begin the second half. They started this half the same way they did in the first half.
Quarter, yes. Turnover also.
Here's Pepper. He's been hurting Gilas Pilipinas. Look at that ball movement. Finds itself all the way in the other corner. And Creek knocks in his first three-pointer of the game.
That's terrific ball movement. Lahat, all 5 players touched the ball in that sequence for Australia.
So much area covered in such a short span of time. Now Scotty on the move. The kick to the corner. Can Dwight put that one in? No. And not a single blue shirt underneath Bara's offensive rebound. Walo ang lamang ng Australia. Wilson. Now it's inside the paint. Baseline inbound for the Boomers. Pepper comes out to receive it. Now it's with Wilson. Wilson's been quiet offensively, but he still has been orchestrating properly. Creek now on the move. Gets into the paint. Tries to go on the reverse side and draws yet another foul. Time the lead has hit double digits in this game. Anong reply ng Gilas Pilipinas?
This is already a 9-0 run from the bridging the end of the second to the start of the third.
Gotta stop the bleeding. Look at that defense. It's tightened up. The lob inside. AJ Edu, good hands. And the finish.
Nice pass from Scotty.
Glad that AJ Edu was ready, no, para dun, because he's not offensive-minded at all. He
Yes,
doesn't care about scoring. He just rebounds, does the dirty work. But he was ready with that pass. Wilson, the bump, and then the basket, and it rolls in para kay Tom Wilson.
What a tough shot there coming from Wilson. That was again defended well by CJ Perez.
CJ. Now with Brownlee, he'll take a three-pointer. That's good para kay JB.
And that's huge. Ito na nga, first double digit lang advantage dito, but Brownlee with a big three.
Wilson goes over to Pepper. Pepper will turn towards the baseline. Goes off glass, off target. Ball is in the air. Nakuha pa rin nila. Offensive rebounds really hurting Gilas Pilipinas. The lob! And an eye-in-the-sky play, and Nick Kay finishes at the rim.
And New Zealand trying to make the Philippines pay for having a small lineup here every time. Parang gusto nilang i-post up itong si CJ Perez.
Now kay Scotty at the corner. Goes upstairs to Justin Brownlee. He'll make his move. Go into the paint. Drop it off to AJ Edu! One jam for another.
And that's the difference, because now that we have a small lineup, better spacing, and then Brownlee can create because he's being defended by a big.
Nick Kay hands it off. Pepper will take that shot. Rebound goes to Justin Brownlee. And look at that reach in. And the entire Gilas bench complaining because they felt the arm of Justin Brownlee was slapped. And yet there was no whistle.
Nangyari doon sa harap talaga ng bench natin.
Brownlee gusto sanang humirit with a three-pointer again, but that's a miss. Philippines can't seem to string baskets in a row. Wilson in the paint, kicks to the corner. That's another three from Australia.
And that's what Wilson does. When he gets into that shaded lane, hinahanap lang niya yung mga shooters ng Australia.
And that's what Elijah Pepper does, Coach Mark. He
Makes
just
the
puts threes, yeah. CJ babawi. No go. And the Pepper is not just shooting, he's rebounding as well. He's defending, and look at that. Nick Kay, period. The lead is now 12 for the Boomers, and you know, these are the precarious situations, Coach Mark, para sa Gilas Pilipinas when they allow the opponent, especially a strong one like Australia, to break this open a little bit.
But the good thing is, first quarter and second quarter, we started slow, pero nakabalik tayo agad. Let's see what we do here in the third. I also like that QMB and Kiambao are both back on the floor because they played well in the first half.
Seeing his first action, Chris Newsom. Brownlee trapped at the corner. He goes to Newsom with 2 seconds to go. Chris has to take it. He can't put that one in. Fighting for the rebound. Ball's on the floor. And the yellow shirts are just quicker to that But there's a tip out mula kay Kiambao to stop it. Here they go again. There's a drive from the weak side. They get it back. A miss from outside. Nakakuha na rin ni Justin Brownlee. Nakaiwas ang Pilipinas doon. Another 3-point attempt, which was clear.
Nice move by Dwight. And there's a foul.
At the very... Australia has doubled up the Philippines in this period, 14-7 already. That's 8 now for the Philippines. And Bea has a report for us, Coach Mark.
Gentlemen, at the half, Coach Richard Del Rosario laid out a few things that need to be addressed in the last 2 quarters. For one, limiting our turnovers, as this led to Australia getting more possessions and ultimately capitalizing with big shots. Second, limiting Australia's second chance points, which calls for discipline on the defensive end. Coach Richard even added that in the second half, executing their sets properly will be crucial, especially knowing the caliber of Australia's game to go on scoring runs, which is why the final reminder is to have that composure, the focus, and the mindset that we can compete until the last second. Gentlemen, back to you.
Gotta compete right now is what Gilas Pilipinas needs to do. There's another drive from Australia. And you know, the veteran K has been doing his thing. 6 points na yan dito sa ating third quarter.
And that's another thing. Yung breakdown natin defensively one-on-one has been a problem as well. Brownlee will make that. That's a good play. Brownlee and Dwight Ramos on the 2-man.
And that mid-range has been working para kay Justin Brownlee. So, you know, I don't think they should hesitate for him to take those types of shots. Doesn't have to be a 3. That's an outside shot. Another 3-pointer for Australia. Tanner Krebs. 8 3-pointers the other night. Sa game na ito, he already has 2. And then Elijah Pepper had 5 the other night. He's got 3 or 4 already in this game.
Those 2 guys really are the main outside weapons.
And Kiambao can't get it to drop. QMB fighting for it. And that's a technical free throw converted by Elijah Pepper.
Pepper has been automatic.
From anywhere.
Yep. He's not a very quick player, not very athletic, but he definitely can shoot.
That's a 14-point lead and growing para sa Australia. Gilas Pilipinas needs to do some drastic action right now. Yeah, he take it away. Dwight Ramos will attack. Quinton on the follow-up, nothing there. Nick Kay outside, 3-pointer on the way. That's short. They keep it alive one more time, again and again. Krebs is short on the 3-pointer, tapped away from QMB. He dives, so do the Aussies, and they keep that possession. And another 3-pointer from Pepper, and he put in that last ball game. And now they're continuing to shoot so well from the outside, Coach. AJ, the drive and then inside. And that's going to be a foul on the reach, and I think Elijah Pepper will get called for that. And you know, the crowd reacting because they had been waiting for whistles a couple of plays earlier. They felt that there were fouls that the referees let go. But basketball can be that way sometimes, Coach.
And you just have to play on. Next play. And then don't mind the officiating. Of course, it's easier said than done, but you can't do anything about it. And let's see how this bigger lineup works here for Gilas. Edu now, together with QMB. And then you have Kiambao and Justin Brownlee.
And the game really has drastically changed. 3-pointers are the main weapon of attack. May kwento sa atin si Bea Escudero.
AJ Edu emerged as a key presence for Gilas in their last matchup, and despite that tough loss, the big man says it only fueled his motivation even more heading into tonight's game. AJ shared that their performance against the Tall Blacks showed just how far this team has come as a group, and while he believes Gilas had a real chance to come away with that win and that outing, the mindset now is simple. They have to come into this game with nothing to lose. For AJ, that mentality is about embracing the opportunity in front of them, and as he put it, we have an opportunity to do something special to prove that we can compete. And for me, it's all about leaving it all on the floor and bringing that energy on both ends. Gentlemen.
Well, some energy there from Gilas Pilipinas. A basket mula kay Chris Newsom. But AJ Edu definitely doing his thing, continuing to play some defense and rebounding and hustling. But
Missing the guard scoring, the backcourt scoring so far in this game.
yeah, the bright spot that a lot of the fans saw, Coach, dun sa game against New Zealand was, okay, Justin Brownlee scored just 4 points, but everybody else,
Yes.
contributed in one way or another, scoring-wise. But in this game, it's 15 points for Brownlee and nobody else near double digits. And there's another outside shot. Mitch Creek with another three-pointer. It's raining threes inside the Mall of Asia Arena,
And
all on the side of Australia.
That's correct. And he made that right in front. Took the shot just in front of Newsom.
Babawi ba si JB? It bounces out. Quinton Meliora Brown is knocked down. And he gets a whistle finally. Much to. Oh, look at that. That knockout play that you do at the baseline. Chris Newsom throwing off the defender and then getting it right back for the easy basket.
Let's see if that can get the crowd going.
4 points for Chris Newsom here in the third. Baseline once again. The kick. Mitch Creek will bring it into the paint. Drop it underneath for that jam. And they're really moving that ball properly. Jack White with the jam.
And the problem arose when that baseline cut got free from Chris Newsom, and then we were all in scramble mode already in that possession.
Just simple, smart basketball mula sa Australia. Justin Brownlee up fake. Shot is good from JB. A bit of a run here, but that lead has grown a little bit. Just 52 seconds to go in the third period.
Let's see if we can get a stop in this play. And the crowd getting into the game a little bit here.
Pepper one more time. Gusto sanang bumawi, no go. But they keep it alive yet again. Pepper, the spin. Oh, he's able to get that shot.
What a move.
Oh, this man is showing us his talents in this game.
A very, very skilled guy. Very smart. Will not beat you with his speed, but the shooting and the creativity coming there from Elijah Pepper.
And Australia has won every quarter in this game. And it's more and more every game. Every quarter, rather, Coach. It was just a 1 point lead at the end of.
Sure, even against a bigger player like UMB inside the paint. Veterano na eh.
Side court inbound. Kiambao will do the honors. 4 to shoot. Brownlee will take a three. That's short. Edu gets the board, but
Pointers, and then they're getting those offensive rebounds. But still a lot of time. There's still hope here for Aguila's comeback.
Mitch
That's
Creek
open.
takes that three to start the fourth, and that's a miss. Quinton Meliora Brown the rebound. Here comes Gilas. Juan Gomez de Liano is in the game together with Brownlee, QMB, KQ, and Newsom. Jumper from Brownlee is a miss. This is the guy they need to mark. Shouldn't even let him hold the ball anymore. See Elijah Pepper. Ball goes to the corner. Outside. Kay hands it off to Pepper. He'll take the two-pointer. That one rolls out. Gomez de Liano the rebound. He's pushing up ahead to Brownlee. Meliora Brown wanted the ball. He gets it. He's got the height advantage on Creek. He'll try to back him down. Kick it out. Gomez de Liano three. Off target.
I thought QMB should have maybe went one-on-one there with Creek. He's a bigger player.
Wilson still quarterbacking the attack para sa Australia. Kay outside. Creek will try again. Another miss from him. Another offensive rebound and a putback. And that's Elijah Pepper. He has hurt Gilas
Grabe.
Pilipinas in so many different ways.
He's doing everything, even that offensive rebound against Juan Gomez de Liano.
Elijah Pepper. If this is indeed the team B ng Australia. Lead is 17. There's a hold. And a lot of the fans don't like it. They want to watch what happens on the court and Gilas Pilipinas turning over the ball and missing shots and all of that. But you really do need to consider factors such as world ranking, really. Number 6 against number 36, and that's a reality.
And as you mentioned, doesn't matter. None of the NBA guys are here. Even their regular coach, he's not here. But very talented. As I mentioned, a lot of these guys played the Division One basketball in the U.S.
That's right. Some of them were stars for their teams.
Mhm.
Here's Kay, the veteran. He's just doing his thing, setting screens, making handoffs, and he scored 6 points in that third quarter. The crowd counting down that shot clock, which prompted a shot from Australia. There's Dwight getting the contact, and he dropped the foul because he felt he could have done more.
He could have shot better.
Yeah.
I think he was 1 out of 10 from beyond the arc. But I mean, you can't shoot well all the time. But the things that Dwight does, the defense, the ball handling, it's huge what he does for Gilas.
And look at that. You know, Quinton Meliora Brown, a free line to the basket, but they're just getting their hands in there, their arms, and then, you know, and then it's okay for them if they foul, but they prevent easy layups.
Window 2. Quinton Meliora Brown certainly made his presence felt in Gilas Pilipinas' last match against New Zealand. However, it also turned into a frustrating outing for the big man after foul trouble forced him to spend crucial stretches of the game on the bench. Because of that, Q shared that managing fouls will be a key focus for him tonight against Australia, especially knowing how important every player's availability will be for Gilas inside. He added that he is placing a strong emphasis on the defensive end as well, particularly on walling up and protecting the rim against Australia's physical front court. And as he put it, gentlemen, we cannot be stagnant tonight. We need to match their physicality, trust in Coach Tim's system, and trust in this core group to get us through. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks, Bea. Problem is there's only 7 and 24 to go, so that hustle and that trust has to come quickly in bunches. That's Nick Kay, a desperation 3. He missed on the rebound play. A foul is called, and I think it's going to be on Gilas Pilipinas. It's going to be a baseline inbound. Yan ang substitute coach ng Australia, John Peter Riley. Used to play in the NBL as well. He's currently the coach of the Perth Wildcats in the NBL. Played for the Gonzaga Zags. And that's another shot from Elijah Pepper.
I was going to say he's a catch and shoot player, but even off the dribble, pull up, meron pa rin itong si Elijah Pepper.
He's shown everything. Na-showcase na niya lahat ng nasa arsenal niya. Justin Brownlee hits a lot of rim there, bounces out. And the crowd has grown quiet, Coach Mark, because Australia is just going through the motions. They're hitting shots such as that. And then naman si Nick Kay.
And we've had a problem as well in controlling yung off-ball movement ng Australia, yung backdoor cuts, slips, rolls like that. It's been impressive what they're doing here on the offensive end.
And every team needs that veteran guy katulad ni Nick Kay. You know, he played 32 minutes against Guam the other night. He's getting a lot of minutes again in this ball game. Doesn't matter if he's one of the more senior players. He brings so much. Nice move mula kay Quinton Meliora Brown. I think he's in double digits already.
What a bright spot here for Gilas. I mean, there was even talk that he wouldn't play in this window, but we're so happy to have QNB.
Oh, and yet, tuloy-tuloy pa rin. Tanner Krebs, you know, still doing his thing. That's his third three-pointer in the game. The shooting of Australia is really just, you know, as the game goes on, you expect shooting percentage to go down, but their shooting percentage has risen.
They only shot 25% in the first half, but it's a totally different here from Tanner Krebs, especially in the first half. So the two guys who lit it up against Guam, yun din ang pumatay sa atin dito. And Krebs and Elijah Pepper.
And very timely their shots because, you know, it's when Gilas was trying to come closer, they hit a 3 to break it a little bit open, and then several in a row dito sa second half to bring it to double digits, and they have not reckoned. But CJ Perez at the line now, and he started off hot in that last ball game. Didn't get too much time in the first half, and misses that first free throw as well. And you know, it's frustrating for Gilas Pilipinas fans, but it just happens sometimes that the matchups aren't there, not in your favor.
It's frustrating because I think getting the rebound can be controlled. I mean, with a little bit more effort on the part of Gilas. You
have to credit as well the play na dinala ng Australia siguro papunta pa lang sila rito, Coach Mark. They're probably talking about having to play
Yeah.
at this level. Look
Yeah.
at that, another offensive rebound off a broken play. Binato na lang ni Mitch Creek yung bola, but Jack White was there ready to put it right back in.
It has been all Australia dito sa second half and almost another turnover. Dwight.
And Brownlee on the putback, but the shots have come few and far between in this second half, in particular for Gilas Pilipinas.
The score was 33-34 with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And then, there's a 9-0 run by Australia. And then suddenly their outside shooting has been on point.
And there you go
offensive
again.
rebound.
Yeah, another chance for second chance points. Nagmintis nga lang yung layup. Brownlee goes over to Newsom. Newsom goes to the trailer, Dwight Ramos. The three is short. Easy rebound for Australia. And with just 4 minutes remaining and a 23-point lead, Australia is looking good to keep their record perfect so far in the FIBA World Cup 2027 Asian qualifiers. Coach Mark, and Gilas might drop 2 in a row.
And their next 2 games will be on the road in Australia and New Zealand.
That's right.
That will be the end of the first part of the qualifiers. Of course, we move on to the next round. But mahirap if we move on with only beating Guam. Because we carry over the record of the games against Australia and New Zealand. So we need to win 1 or maybe 2 games there in on the road.
And we do have to commend Tom Wilson yet again. No? He's been handling that ball and just orchestrating very cleanly, scoring some points of his own as well. That's a 3. And there you go, as if on cue. Tom Wilson says, "Thank you, gentlemen."
Hindi mo siya masyado napapansin. But if you look at the box score, grabe ang impact niya in the game.
Ramos. And Tamayo didn't continue his cut, and the ball was intercepted. They go inside the paint immediately. That's blocked away by Dwight. Filipinas gets the ball. Calvin Oftana to Scotty, to Carl. And Carl's 3 is off target as well.
But that's something that Carl Tamayo can make consistently.
He hit one against New Zealand. His only basket. Sa
It's a
game na
huge,
yun.
huge part of his game.
So si Wilson's got 12 points. He's got 8 rebounds and 4 assists. So yung stat line ni Tom Wilson, very
Grabe, no?
impressive once again.
Similar to his numbers against Guam.
It's just not. He has Canadian citizenship already. He's trying to get his Croatian citizenship right now. It's under process. But he's going to see some action. Number 21. And Wilson, who he did command and who orchestrated well para sa kanyang opponent, is now resting on the bench, and it's a well-deserved rest.
He's a great court general for this Australian team. He doesn't really look to score much, pero pag may opportunity tumira, he can make those points.
They're going to go through the motions here as Juan Gomez de Liano is back in the game defending.
Last 2 minutes.
An outside shot hoisted up. Mintis yun. Rebound taken by Oftana. That was Rain Smith who missed the 3-pointer, getting some action here. The pass to Quintin, unable to finish. That was from Juan. Froling's been quiet. Wala masyadong ginawa itong big man, and they didn't really need him too much in this game.
That's correct. Not the same impact that he had in their game against Guam. Here's one GDL.
Up fake from Calvin Oftana. 3 on the way. That's another miss. Scotty Thompson gets it back from Oftana. He'll take that 3, and Scotty puts that one in.
Finally, we hit a 3-pointer again.
It's been a while. The Aussies are at 90.
They only scored 38 points in the first half.
Froling missing inside. A rebound by Juan GDL. Tipped away. And that's, the guy who tipped it is still hustling. That's Elijah Pepper. He's done his job for tonight, but he's not done. He's in his own mind, he thinks he still has a lot to do.
I'm surprised he's even still in the game.
Nice shot from Carl Tamayo. Pepper will take another one. Oh,
Wow.
this is his
Step
night.
back.
You thought it was his night against Guam.
Yep.
This is his night again.
That's a step back against a 6'7" player in Caltamayo.
Carl will try it as well. That's short. Juan will save it. Give it to QMB. Balik kay Carl. He'll take the jumper. That won't go. Throwing the rebound. And I think they're going to hang on to this one till time runs out, I believe. That's a 27-point lead for Australia. They go unscathed so far in 4 games. Sa Group A ng FIBA World Cup 2027 Asian qualifiers, the Philippines will drop to 2-2 after surrendering games to New Zealand and Australia in this window, Coach Mark.
Very impressive second half for Australia. They showed us a basketball clinic here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Outside shooting, penetration, backdoor cuts. Their offense was humming all throughout this second quarter. We had no answers for their offense here in the second half.
So that's it, a 27-point victory. And as we mentioned, Australia won every quarter and increased the lead little by little on some hot shooting from the outside. And just really, when they needed it, they stopped Gilas Pilipinas from any ideas to try to make a run here and grab this win.
But